So this is the 3-color print. I'm doing this squirrel I got on Maker World. Um, it's going to be brown, white, and black. And this slicer recommended to put the base color or the majority color on the left external spool holder, and then the white and black in the AMS2. And I'm using a brown PLA from Bambu, and it doesn't have any kind of RFID tag reader outside. So I think that secondary AMS that sits off to the side, that's its own separate unit, would be beneficial because then it could automatically read what's in that unit, or a secondary AMS too. But I think I'm going to go with the single AMS unit because I'm going to print the way they recommend it. The majority color you put on the left or left nozzle, and then the white or separate colors in the right nozzle. Right now it's just laying down the white base. And this is with the door open right up against it, so let me know how quiet you think it is. I have an X1C right next to it with 3,500 hours on it. And I can tell you right now, I sit about 5 feet from this printer. And during meetings, this is a pleasure. Now I'm assuming it's going to print the brown, maybe? Let's see. Yes. So now it's switching to the brown, which is on the left nozzle. So it covered up the white. It did not retract the white. It just switched to the other nozzle. You can kind of see how this wiper works. It's just a silicone wiper to the right, which I'm glad they went with and not that PFTE tube thing. It works way better than the X1C default wiper that came with it. I had white in the left nozzle prior to this, so I think it's just trying to purge whatever was in there. I don't know if that tower is really necessary. I mean, I can understand maybe half that size, but I think they could cut down some time just reducing the size of that prime tower. I mean, it spends an awful lot of time. Oh, did it just... It laid down a tiny piece of brown right there. So it's going back to white. I'll come back when it switches from white to black so you can see that process on the right nozzle, because that's the one that's doing the color changing. Okay, so this is layer 42. Layer 43 should be the swap between white and black on the right nozzles. We'll see what happens. Okay, maybe 44. You know, I wonder if preemptively retracting white and preloading black would be faster, like mid-print. You know what I mean? Like, if it's printing on the left nozzle right now, would it be faster if it preloaded the other filament? In the right nozzle? Or is it going to just do it all separately? You know, parking it and then changing it. This squirrel is also scaled up quite a bit, so I just arbitrarily picked a size. I don't know exactly how much it was scaled. In the slicer it says 1000%, but that must have been from the maker who originally sliced it and scaled it and then published it, so I'm not sure how much more scaling I added. Well, the slicer lied because now I'm on layer 46 and it hasn't changed yet. The slicer said 43. Okay, there it goes. So we're gonna see the AMS. Yeah, retract the white. So it's basically just the same thing as the X1C. It retracts and then preloads the black. But these motors are way faster too. They're probably twice the speed of the other AMS, the AMS one. So I sliced this on the X1C, or for the X1C, and it was right around 4.5 hours at this scale to print on the X1C. And this print was just over 2 hours and 20 minutes on the H2D for the one print. That might change if you filled the build plate, but I mean, 2 hours is a pretty good time savings for a 3-color print anyway. So yeah, I mean, I think it's faster. I mean, 4.5 hours versus 2.5 hours for this single 3-color print. I mean, Yeah, it's pretty good. Again, I have 3,500 hours on my X1C. And I did do a comparison about the VFAs that the VFA showing up on the X1C versus the H2D on this Creality stand I built. So what I did was I put a leg diagonally in the X1C, and then I put a leg diagonally in the H2D, and I posted the screenshot of the difference between the two, and it's night and day. The VFAs were pretty bad on the X1C versus the H2D. I'm assuming that's because of the linear rail and just the different types of motors it's using. But yeah, I was really impressed. But I was able to fit two legs just perpendicular on here on the H2D, while I could only fit one diagonally on the X1C. And then, of course, the platform that the Creality dryer sits on would only fit diagonally on the build plate of the X1C, where it could be flat on the H2D. So in certain scenarios, it's beneficial because you have that extra build volume, but it's come in quite handy for me anyway. Let me know if you guys want any more videos or want to see my vast array of filaments or any projects that I've done. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.